nation. It's time for the Cucks. Time for Cumias Cucks. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Chrissy and Gino and the dork named Carl, kissing up to Anthony while they're washing his balls. Steel toe, I see some balls you can wash. What's wrong, April? I thought it was squashed. I thought it was squashed.
Oh, what's going on, everybody, on a Wednesday? It's hump day. It's the Z-Man, the Mud Shark, the Man in Black, Mr. I-75, the Lawson's Chip Dip consumer, the has-been baller, the 2.4 GPA General Studies major, straight out of Kent, a crazy motherfucker named Chad. Grew up, didn't know his dad. Went to school with the brown bag lunch. How are you, everybody? Full disclosure, I have a migraine. I was going to cancel the show. My head is pounding. And I don't take Tylenol or any Advil. I don't take anything. I never take it. But it hurts so bad that I took 2 ibuprofens. So hopefully it'll get better as the show moves on and the cucks roll in. So I'm hurting. I got a dentist appointment tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Novocaine, here we come. I'm getting 2 crowns. They're filling a cavity. Ugh. 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 What a rush. Remember that? What a rush. What a rush. I'm going to be the best I can be today, guys. I'm going to do my best. I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know who's going to be in the chat. I haven't looked at the chat since I hit the Cumias Cucks intro, so I don't know what you're talking about. We're going to get there, though. We're going to get to a lot of it. We're going to do it because we're doing it. Hit the like button if you're watching this. You know, if you're not going to super chat today or gift a membership, hit the like button. Right? It's the nicest thing you can do. Even the haters, let them hate. Hate away. There's only 3 people blocked in my chat. That's it. A lot of it's because doing nefarious acts, John. Nefarious things. A lot of people, guy sent me an email. In fact, I printed it out. You can always email me. You can always message me, chadzumock@gmail.com. It says, Mud Shark, you're a piece of shit. Rob Saul rules. You're not cool with your Tim Pool hat and sunglasses. Fuck off. That's it. Didn't leave a name. His email, I'm not going to dox the email, but it was just a bunch of numbers and letters. So I just want to let you know I got it. I got the email. So I read it. Mission accomplished. I don't know how long it took you to make up that fake email address and write that email, but you did it, dude. You did it. Congratulations. Fucking nailed it, man. Yeah, I keep wearing this because it's driving people insane. They're like, what the fuck, man? Why are you wearing that hat, man? What's up with those sunglasses? because you're making a big deal about it. So I just want to annoy you some more. That's all I'm doing it for, is to annoy you. Plus, I need a haircut. I don't feel like combing my hair. My hair is getting long. And plus, yes, I want to be Tim Pool. I want to be just like Tim Pool, so Chrissy Mayer will like me. And another thing that I notice about people commenting on looks and what people are wearing, and it's always guys, man. It baffles me. Dudes are always like, dude, you look fucking retarded, dude. Nice nose. Or just whatever. It's always a guy. It's very baffling. Very telling. Very telling. Unless we're talking about Patrick Melton's pubic hair beard. Here's a game to play. If you're at DoubleCon this weekend, Fat Melton's flying out there to do some more grifting, to take advantage of another community like he's done for 20 or so years. And you're going to find out in person, he's not much of a conversationalist. He doesn't really interact well. He's very awkward. But get a photo of his pubic hair beard, his very weak pubic hair. It looks like pubic hair. So I guess I'm guilty too of commenting on someone's looks, but the pubic hair beard can be fixed. You can shave it. But I think he's trying to hide his face. That's why he's in a very dark room with the lights down low and the angle of the camera down low. A lot of bells and whistles, smoke and mirrors. And yes, they are still painting the complex. And yes, I refuse to move my car. So paint around it, put plastic over it. I don't give a fuck, because we are doing it. I put a poll up, everybody. There's a poll. It says, should the Z-Man do Steel Toes live show in October? As of right now, 46% says yes, great content. 33% says hell no. And coming in at 21% is a joke. Rob Saul is an amazing talent. So we'll check on that at the end of the show. As you know, I did MLC yesterday. That was a big topic of discussion, big conversation. If I should attend Steel Toes event in October, because he kind of he floated the offer out there, and my initial action was hell no, fuck that. And then I started thinking this could be interesting. Things could go down, things could be said, lots of content. And I'll do shit for the story. I originally was going to go out to their Stoney show just for the story on my own dime. I was going to do that until Aaron said, nope, Cheetos isn't going to let you in the bar. And April's like, I'm getting a restraining order. And was just like, all right, I'm not going. But now it looks like it could be a thing. It may. And we're going to go ahead and just ignore. Listen, I like Kevin, but he does have good ideas from time to time, but it's not a good idea to do a show with Steel Toe. I'd feel dirty. I'd feel gross. It wouldn't be authentic. It'd be very forceful. And plus, I don't want to do a show on Melton. I think he's lame. I know a lot of people like him, but I mean, I'm amazed how many people he has fooled. I really am. He's got a lot of people fooled. But maybe you'll come around like a lot of people have that get to know him personally or work with him. But then you'll just see that he's copies everything. And then you won't be impressed. But he's got a good chat room. Got it. We got it. So we'll see what happens with the whole fucking Steel Toe thing. I like floating the idea out there because you don't know. Doing a show is different, like a stand-up show, than doing an actual broadcast, a consistent broadcast. I'm not Gino. I don't need it. And Gino can lie all he wants, and so can Kiki. They like that guy. They liked him a lot. But I'm just not interested. I'm not doing that. George says, you said Melton was great. You remember that? Yeah, George, I was trying to get along because of Earl saying he was vouching for him. I'm a nice guy when you're cool. When you're a cool guy, I'm a pretty good guy. It's the reason why I get along with so many great headliners or just people in general that are close to me. So he abused that privilege by being an emotional baby behind the scenes and then showing his cards. But yeah, if I'm friends with you or if I'm cool with you, I make you feel like $1 million. I'm very egoless when it comes to being friends, or so. We can go ahead and remind everybody how this goes. That's why I'm doing the show. Like I said, I'm the curator of the shitverse. I'm the guy who has to remind everybody as they rewrite how things actually happened. And that's what a lot of people are doing and have been doing. And I just want to remind. And then I want to show the hypocrisy. Then I want to show hypocrisy. I want to show all the bullshit in the shitverse. I refuse to call it the dabbleverse because that's gay. I'll call it the shitverse because everyone in it is shit. That's a fact. Jack. Open up your tabs, accept gifted memberships. We are exactly 27 away from 1,400. That's a record. So let's get there. Let's do it. Let's gift some memberships. Let's take care of the people. We did a members only show on Monday. That's up there. There's one. Yesterday's show was only an hour long because too many people were live. Gino was live. Kevin was live. Stuttering John was live. Ray was. It was just too many people. It's just like you're clogging up. The community is a small community, and too many people are dipping into it. You know, at one point you got to go, enough's enough. We don't need 5-hour shows. We don't need them. You know, it's just too much content. You know, it's just too much. I get sick of it. I don't know how you guys don't get sick of it. I get sick of it. I went live yesterday. I wasn't supposed to. My doctor's appointment was, I'm not joking, 5 minutes long. They took blood and I was gone. It was that simple. And they're going to find out if I have AIDS, which will be great. Hopefully I do. We can have a nice fundraiser at Stoney's. Put up a GoFundMe with Ray's sister. I'll wear a neck brace like Ray. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Before we go any further with the show, I want to thank these people because I forgot to do it yesterday. I want to thank the $100 Patreon. And please consider signing up to Patreon for as little as $3. Patreon.com/sitdownzumock. Like I said, $3 get you all the audio. It gets you video twice a week. $10 tier gets you everything. Video, audio, everything. Content daily. As you know, I don't put a lot of shows up for free. I do from time to time so you can get a taste. So I throw it behind the paywall to give it some value. And the $100 tier is very special. It's very cool. It's something you might want to consider. As you know, we checked in last week on my old radio show, the Alan Cox Show in Cleveland. They broadcast live on YouTube daily. And they break 70 viewers live. Ray DeVito gets more viewers than the Alan Cox Show, a terrestrial radio show where they're paying Alan over $100,000 a year. iHeartRadio is paying him over $100,000 a year for a show that gets 70 live viewers on YouTube. Yeah. So go advertise. Take your bucks to iHeartRadio. And I like a lot of salespeople over there. Haven't talked to them in a very long time, but let's face it. No one's listening to radio. They're not. It's not happening. Everything's niche. There's nothing more niche than Cumias Cucks, everybody. This is the most niche show you'll ever watch. If you're not in this world, you have no idea who the fuck these people are. Very, very niche. But speaking of the $100 tier, I want to thank the sponsors, the high rollers, if you will. We'll start it off with Vinny motherfucking Cash out of Salt Lake City. He's on the Pacific time. So what is it? 11:47 over there. We got Ken Mosca, the great Ken Mosca. He might be watching out of Atlantic City. I can't wait to visit Atlantic City and we go to Rob Saul's job. Although he said yesterday on John's show that he's going to refuse to serve me because he's in the union. Well, I'll have to talk to his manager. I'm going to have to talk to Yelp because that's not good service. When you're a bartender, you take care of the clients. You're a bartender. You're a server. So Rob's going to play tough guy. Then he's like, you're going to come and bother me at my job and threaten me. I'm like, no, I'm not threatening you, Rob. I'm coming for drinks and hanging out, appetizers. I want to come hang out, see you work. Then he's like, come to my house, pussy. I'm not going to your house. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting anyone. I want to see you work. Like, I don't want you coming to my house either. You can come see me do stand-up. That's what I do. By all means, buy a ticket, come to a show. And I'll come see what you do. Serve. We'll get into that. He was on Ray's show yesterday, and he's really leaning into this, I'm the bad guy of the shitverse. He thinks he's really trying to be the bad guy. They just don't like you. And I have a theory on why they don't like you. And I have a theory why you're leaning into this bad guy image so bad, because people just don't like you, no matter if you're trying to be a nice guy or a bad guy. They don't. So you're like, I might as well just be the bad guy. And I think that's why you're doing what you're doing. All right, back to the $100 tier. Jared Thompson, Stu John, Twinkleho 99, the legend, Randy P, Jack Anthony, Craig T, Big Papa, Dead Fool, everybody. Is he here today? Crooklyn Comedy, and Mazzy, Mrs. Kill Everything. Oh, we love her, don't we? We love that little piggy. All right, thank you to the $100 tier. Updated sponsor list. Here you go. Rollerball, roller derby. I love the $100 tier on Patreon. I love all you. Shout out to FKA Man Lake with her boobies. I put a little, sent a DM out to some of the regulars saying I'm going live at 1:30 because, as you know, Stuttering John hijacked my 2 p.m. slot. And it's common courtesy, I think. But apparently that doesn't exist in Stuttering John's world. Hey, it's Jeff Closer, everybody. You know him as your moderator. Look at that wrench. How can a 300-pound dude call someone piggy? Hypocrisy police! Hypocrisy! Hypocrisy police! I know, it's just one of these losers with zero self-awareness. They see other people saying it, so they want to be a part of it. And that's one thing Rob Saul does. Rob Saul is a cover band, a jukebox with his insults. We're going to play a clip. He has zero, and I do mean zero original thought. He just replicates and regurgitates what other people says. He says exactly what every insult is from something he heard from someone else. And I'm going to point out everything, how he has no originality whatsoever. And it's fun for me. Hit the like button. We're over 200 viewers. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. I love it. You ain't going to pull me down. Ain't nobody going to break up my stride. Ain't nobody going to hold me down. Whoa. I got the... Hit the like button. We're at 199. That's cool. Who else is on right now? Let me do a community check. Go around the community. Do. Stuttering John on? No. I'm the only game in town. It's the way it should be. Right now, the poll, should Z-Man do Steel Toes live show in October, is at 44% yes, 38% no. So no's like heating up. So vote on that when you get the chance, and we'll check back on it. Baby. Hey, it's Anastasia Beaverhausen, everybody, who's been a member for 9 months. I would love to know who's the longest member who's been. I think it's Bill from Jersey. I'm going to give away a Zumock Mania shirt at the end of the show to the biggest super chatter. As you know, I got new shirts coming, so we're going to get out the Zumock Mania shirts. You're going to want it. It's a collector's item. Everyone copied it. Melton copied Hackamania after it. Donald Trump's copying it. Technically, I copied it. But we're doing it. No toe. No mingling with the toe. 0 toe, maybe a little April, huh? Yeah, a lot of people are like dead set against me not doing anything with the toe. They don't want me doing the show in October. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not doing a program with them. That's not happening. It's just not. It's not happening. So I know Kevin was dead set on it. He says it's a no-brainer. It is. I don't think Kevin understands how hated steel toe is in the community. I put up a poll yesterday on my Twitter. Let me pull it up right now. Just to get an idea, you got to get a feel for everything that's going on. And I don't think Kevin realizes it because he does get along with steel toe. Here it is. Let me pull it up so you guys can see. Put your eyes where my hands can see. Here it is. Let's make me smaller. It says the biggest fraud in the shitverse, leading the charge with 400 votes. Steel toe, 48.8%. Coming in second, Melton, 21.8%. Coming in third, Keanu, 17.3%. And dead last, Carl, 12.3%. So congratulations, Carl. You're not the biggest fraud. But Melton, speaking of which, nobody likes onions. Thanks for being a member for 3 months. Which is a very gay name for a show. It's Tarnished Maiden, this young lady. She's a young lady, but she's always here supporting. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate you so much. We do. We do. Thank you for your continued membership. We love it. We love you, all of you. How did I go down so many viewers here? What happened? The show doesn't only have to be about Melton. The show doesn't only have to be about Melton. You have been at it. You've been at each other for some time. Would be hilarious to see you two clash about it. Oh, you're talking about steel toe. Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Well, that's something to consider. Definitely something to consider. The 4'11" man who punked out Shuli Agar, $4.99. Whatever happened to the bagel boss? Seriously, did he die? Whatever happened to the bagel boss? Whatever happened to the bagel boss? Bagel boss was hospitalized after a stroke. So he had a stroke, but did he die? There's an Instagram. Is it his Instagram? Last post he had was November 17th, 2019. So, yeah, he might be dead. The bagel boss? This is his Instagram right here. There's a video.
I mean, they did it very wrong. Never informed me. I purchased a van.
Down by the river.
I spent about $5,000, and then when it was time to get inspected, I think it was a Storm Sandy van. The whole bottom was rusted. I had to get rid of that. And then there were 2 other incidences in stores before the.
Godfrey met the bagel boss when he was working at Sirius XM. He texted me a photo of him and the bagel boss. He met him out on the street. I was like, that's pretty cool. Anyways, just something that came to mind. Rob Saw voice. If Chad shows up to my work, I'll be alerting security. I don't want to play around, man. He's a loser. He's a loser. Yeah. I want to just go up to Rob with a tape measure and measure him. That's all I want to do. If that's assault, then lock me up. By the way, if you're listening from the Cleveland audience, and I'm not going to get into it, we'll just talk about it real quick. I am fascinated with the Bobby George arrest. Bobby George is an entrepreneur in Cleveland, very well known. He owns a lot of well-known establishments, who was recently arrested and charged with rape, kidnapping, assault, all kinds of charges, 9 felony accounts. And the reason why I'm fascinated with, because I used to do a lot of things at his establishments, and I know him, and I know his partner Corey May very well. He's a good friend of mine who I used to play basketball with. I was on the Barley House basketball team for 2 years, so I hosted a lot of events at his establishments, and it's just fascinating to watch from afar because obviously there's two sides to a story, but Bobby George has pissed off so many people over the years that he's just getting fucking destroyed online. It's like they got the tiki torches outside, and it's fascinating to watch because I've been a part of a pile-on before, so I've seen the herd, but nothing like he's getting right now. I'm just kind of watching from afar. I'm getting text messages from people in Cleveland letting me know what's going on. But what's really crazy about the whole scenario, if you're from the Cleveland area, you know what I'm talking about, is his lawyer, Kevin Spelsey, was my lawyer during my DUI trial in 2013, where I got a reckless op. Great lawyer, because I'll tell you, I should have gotten a DUI, but he got me a reckless operation. So, I mean, he pulled something out of his asshole, so maybe he'll do the same for Bobby George. I don't know. If the story's true, it's gross. It's disgusting. It's terrible what he did to that woman, whoever this woman is. But like I said, you'll have your day in court, Bobby George. But it's fun to watch. Oh. The comic who stole Bob Levy's public domain, Jay. $4.99. You guys are fucking hilarious. Funny. As a Cleveland dude, did you ever meet Amanda Berry's rescuer, Charles Ramsey? Funniest post-rescue interview ever. Dead giveaway. No, but I do have a good story about that I'd like to share with you. Charles Ramsey, is he still alive? If you guys don't know who Charles Ramsey is, Charles Ramsey was the guy who helped rescue the 3 girls that were kidnapped in the basement or in the house of Ariel Castro. It was it wasn't just a Cleveland story. It was a world news story, world news. Like, it was in every paper known to man and, everywhere. And the girls were locked up for over 10 years and held captive. And this was the guy who he went viral. He was on all the talk shows. Charles Ramsey.
Charles, let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon. You heard screaming.
It looks like Eddie Murphy on SNL dressed up in a costume.
Heard screaming. I meet my McDonald's. I come outside. I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch.
Okay.
I go on the porch, and she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door, and we can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that a body can't fit through, only your hand. So
I heard he got a lifetime supply of McDonald's. Like, he can go to McDonald's for free anytime he wants.
Kick the bottom, and she comes out with the little girl, and she says, "Call."
You know what's the irony of this is? He said he was on his porch eating McDonald's, and Amanda Berry, the girl who he just rescued, he's talking about, was on her way home from her job at McDonald's when she got kidnapped. How crazy? I just figured that one out.
911. My name was Amanda Berry.
Did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call in 911. And then I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone and she said, yes, this is me. And the detective.
Anyways, go watch it. I mean, this story is what, 12 years old? So I got a great story that you're going to, I like to share the story with you. I think I've talked about it in the past. I told the story when I was on Cleveland radio, WMMS. No, actually, I never did. I never told the story. I told it on podcast. So I was at the Cleveland Improv. This is probably 2015 or 16-ish. I was there. Who was I? It doesn't matter who I was there with. I'm like Ray DeVito. I got to give every fucking detail. And I'm at the bar. I'm eating salmon. I remember the salmon because that's all I would get there. Very good salmon at the Cleveland Improv. It's the Cleveland Funny Bone now, but I don't know if the salmon's still there on the menu. Long story short, I'm just sitting there and I see this little girl come walking up to me and I'm like, holy shit, I think I know who this is. It's one of the three girls. The first girl that was kidnapped, Michelle Knight. And she comes up to me. She's like, Chad? And I'm like, what the fuck? She knew my name. And she goes, we used to listen to you while we were in the house. And I just like, like a ghost. My face was just like, what? What? So when they were kidnapped in the house, they were listening to my radio show. And they used to turn it off when Ariel Castro came home because they didn't want to get in trouble. And she said, yeah, you kind of helped us out through some tough times. And it was a good escape. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's just fucking crazy. And then I went on to joke and say that that was the worst form of torture they had, was listening to me in that house. Because as you know, they were raped and beaten. So we had a couple laughs. It was fun. We had a good time. George says they like bad radio. I already beat you to the joke, dummy. I beat you to the joke. Doodle says you kept them alive. Tarnished Maiden says you are their hero. It was just very weird. It was very surreal. Very surreal. Dr. Chow says hero. Oh, speaking of Dr. Chow, Oz, a member, says Rover took Amanda on a boat. What did you do for Michelle? You talking about Rover's Morning Glory Rover? He took Amanda. I know she came out at Rover Fest. That's a great story. All right, this is a great story. Like I think it was 2 years after I got fired. Jim Florentine was doing Rover Fest. I did it 1 year with him and I brought him out and he'd come out and do stand-up. And at the time, we helped write all these fucking Amanda Berry jokes and Ariel Castro jokes. And it was pretty much his whole set. And he's waiting to go out and fucking Amanda Berry shows up. And he's like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, she's here. And he's like, I can't tell these jokes. She's here. This is fucking terrible. Not only that, Nelly the rapper goes on stage at Rover Fest and brings her out on stage and sings a song with her. And Florentine has to follow Nelly and Amanda Berry, and he has to rewrite his whole set on the fly. I mean, he was a fucking mess. He's like, you got to be shitting me. What are the chances? Anyways, that's just another story. I'm just sharing stories, everybody. I'm a storyteller. Chat equals hero. What did Amanda Berry learn? I don't know. They're still doing things. They're still around. Story time with the shark. Since Dr. Chow's here, we're going to be doing Ray DeVito show tonight at 9, I think. I'm pretty sure. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing the Ray DeVito show. You're going to want to watch that. That's our hit show that everyone seems to love. Nobody likes watching Ray for real, so you can watch it through the eyes of me and Chow. You're going to want to watch Ray. Speaking of Ray, let's give it a little taste for tonight. Ray went live twice yesterday. He went live up against me, John, and everybody else had like a total of 30 people watch him and interview some loser comedian that he looks up to because he probably has like a Stephen Colbert credit, and nobody cares. And he's talking comedy, and Ray likes to slip in his credits and what he's done, so he can look like he's something. So Ray went live again with Liam and Rob Saul. I just want to watch you guys watch Ray's show, just a taste. First, we're going to point out a couple things. This is what we're pointing out in the clip. One, Ray has no control over his show. Two, none of these guys know how to podcast. They're all talking over each other. And three, we're going to point out everything Rob lifts, every insult. Every single insult Rob lifts because he's trying to be the bad guy. Tons More Cowboy says Liam made Ray's show tolerable last night. Yes, he always does. But let's watch. Corey Adams says 131 Chad. All right, we'll get to that.
Look at this. Rob Saul. Who do you think you are to come out and call someone desperate when you got your fat friend on who's going to go in and try to impress?
Now he's got
Look at Rob twitching. Watch him twitch the whole time.
two fat friends.
I got two fat friends. Yeah.
Look at Ray trying to be.
Hey, Winnie. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
See, I told you, right? He's got
Where's your
nothing.
dog?
Listen to them talk all over each other.
Where's
You
your
got
dog
nothing.
at? Come on.
Don't worry about
Wait,
where my
Ray.
dog's
Let
at.
him
I want
say
your
the other
dog.
thing.
All right.
They're literally just talking all over each other.
Go ahead and say your other thing.
Prepared.
Why
He
don't
said
you
his
go
first
suck Kevin Brennan's dick? Look at you, you fat fuck.
Okay,
Look at
that's-
All right, he took fat fuck from Kevin. That was Kevin's insult, calling everyone a fat fuck.
the second thing he came
Rob
in.
Saul just comes in.
What is this thing? Why do I have? Okay, this is weird. Hold on. 101. Some like Terminator 2 shit just came up. Let's get back into it.
The serious question. If you were someone that people kept accusing of fucking your dog, would you constantly appear
Hold
in
on.
public with it on your lap?
Go to the Hollywood Squares, you fucking loser.
Fucking loser. That's Kevin. Kevin calls everyone a fucking loser.
Bruce Balanche? That's where you're coming in with? Bruce Balanche?
Yeah.
Blanched. Squashed. Blanched. Blanched. Squashed.
Yeah, he looks exactly like him. No, look up
And
Bruce
he really
Balanche.
thought
I
like, he
gotta
really
look
thought
up
like I was
Bruce
going to be like, holy shit,
Look, they're all talking over each other.
Rob Saul nailed me. I got to
Bruce
fucking
Balanche?
Yeah, no, I know. I mean,
What's
what
he
you
going to
have-
do? Buy food?
Yeah,
What are you, a
I know.
fucking third-rate ventriloquist in Ohio and go bananas?
Ah,
Then
that
the
was a
open
good
mic
one.
desperately
Third
trying to
grade
get a middle
ventriloquist in Ohio and bananas. You
Yeah,
are
'cause you're
gold,
Why is Rob always smiling?
Put your
fella.
fist up
You
your
are
dog's ass.
gold, fella. Yeah, I thought I was going to get. No, I know I'm not getting to because you have no shame. You're a big fat loser that goes
Right.
on
Took that from Kevin.
and sucks Kevin Brennan's dick for
I
money.
absolutely suck Kevin Brennan's dick. That's why he's super.
By the way, Rob's the one that keeps up bringing Kevin Brennan. No one else brings up Kevin Brennan. Rob's the only one. Rob's butthurt. Bottom line, no matter what Rob Saul says, he is butthurt that he's out of Kevin's good graces. That was his favorite show. He can't deny it. He would always super chat the show. His Twitter bio read, "The Rob Saul can be seen on Kevin Brennan's MLC and the Stuttering John podcast." He since then removed the Kevin Brennan one, but he is butthurt not going on that show, and he's butthurt that Kevin doesn't like him. He's butthurt that I don't like him. So Rob Saul is a clown. He always will be. I know he's leaning into this bad guy character. It's not working. Like every insult, like I said, is just a lifted insult. And he's calling Kevin Brennan he's our daddy. He took that from Melton. So like everything he says is just recycled shit he heard. And he watches everything. The guy watches everything. He's a loser. No, you said he's a loser. I've been saying everyone's a loser the whole time. That's never changed. But he took that all from us. He's a jukebox. No need to watch Rob Saul. Go watch a cover band. That's all you got to do. Here we go. As a comic who stole Bob Levy's public domain, Jay. Oh, I already read this one. I already did the Amanda Berry update. I can't believe you're crossing the Duke, Jacob Ryan. Yeah, can you believe I'm crossing the Duke? Spurg Snake says Rob Saul couldn't make it on the Shuli network. Reels is here, and he's saying hi to Meme. Reels. People love that Mammy, huh? I know why they love her. 131. Wait, Corey Adams says 131.15. Rob gets destroyed. Okay, I'll go back and watch that. I'll definitely go back and watch that. Why not? I'll definitely go watch that for sure. I mean, he does it to himself. But the thing is, Rob has zero self-awareness. So he more or less, he likes the attention, even if it's negative, because the guy does not get attention at all. He gets no attention. So he'll take the negative attention. So it's not even fun covering the guy because that's what he wants. Anything, anybody to mention him. So let's just as on Corey Adams' recommendation. So we'll watch the rest of this tonight with Chow, 9:00 Eastern. Here we go.
Oh my God!
Zoinks, scoop, soink, scoops.
Right, Robbie's wearing a robe.
Raggy row.
Well, go ahead. I received your threat against me, fat boy. I'm waiting for it. And Ray, anytime you want to give a threat against me,
cops and the FBI?
come on in. Yeah, no, I would
Stop it. Rob, stop it. You're not a
I'll take you on, Piggy. I'll take you on, Piggy.
Now he's telling Mr. Kill Everything, calling people piggy.
You can
Just like Mr.
And Ray, fuck you, and go fuck yourself. Go fuck your sisters, and go live with your fucking dead parents.
Rob, you're coming to the MLC event in Atlantic City. I hope. I would love to have a further conversation with you outside.
You take me off, Ray. You
Look at Ray laughing.
That's fine. Either to keep him on so I can threaten him more. Or, yeah. All right. Let's do super chats. I really do want to go.
Okay. All right.
Ray just let Rob Saul tear him up, and he just took it like a bitch. Ray, nobody's sending Rob Saul the link. Why would you send him the link? Nobody wants him on the show except John. You look like a fucking douchebag. Ozone's here, everybody. I'm trying to read what Ozone was saying earlier. Anastasia says bartending's fun when you're 22. Yes, it was fun when in my early 30s. It was fun. But when you're in their 40s, taking care of a child, it's not fun. Ozone says in the chat, the free chat, how he's talking to Kevin Soundboard. How would Chad and Aaron talking about Melton be funny? It would be good if Chad versed Aaron and Chad controlled what was on the screen. I was talking about this earlier, Ozone. I'm not doing a show or a spin-off show with Steel Toe. I know Kevin was very adamant about that. Like, we need to do it, but I feel like a fucking fraud, and I wouldn't want to do it. You know, I think Steel Toe is very cringe, but I would consider doing his stand-up show because I could have little to no interaction with him. I could show up, meet some fans, get some content, get some videotape, you know, do my show and leave and get paid. So that's interesting. That's something I would consider, but doing a program with him shitting on Melton doesn't seem interesting. First of all, I don't find Melton interesting at all. I don't think I once you see how Melton has lifted from everybody, from Red Bar to everybody, like, it's just not, there's nothing there. And there's a lot of, and he repeats himself nonstop, and it's just the same thing. It's just not interesting to me. So I don't find that concept of us watching Melton and making fun of him. I mean, Red Bar did it for 2 years straight and really destroyed him. So I'm just going to let you guys know that I'm not doing a show with him. As far as says, don't cross enemy lines, Chad. Yeah, I never wanted to, but I am interested, and I floated it out there. The poll's up on my YouTube. Should I do that show in October, the stand-up show? Because, like I pointed out before, I've worked for people I didn't like. I've worked with people I don't like. I've done shows for bookers that I hate. It's just a gig. It's another gig. So for me, that's how I look at it. It's like I'm just doing a gig, and there would be some content there. There'd be some interaction, and then I could light up April in front of everybody, and I could light up Steel Toe. It's all interesting to me. Doodle says, I'm leaning towards yes for October, Doodle. Sly Shepherd says, keep your integrity. Well, I mean, I'm still keeping my integrity. I'm not saying I was going to be nice to the guy in person. I'm not saying I'm going to be like buddy and doing shots with him and have my arm around him singing karaoke. Speaking of Instagram, great transition. Boom. Follow me on Instagram, guys. That's where I'm at the most. Everyone asks. Well, I'm actually Patreon number one. I always check the DMs on there. And everybody that won a shirt on Patreon, everyone that won a shirt here, like I said, you want a Zumock Mania shirt, biggest super chat of the day. You can get one. All you have to do is email me with your size and where it's going. They're coming. I mailed them out on Monday, so you should either get them tomorrow or Friday. Follow me on Instagram, but I wanted to go through the Instagrams because it's very telling, very, very telling. First up on my Instagram is Aaron Imholte. I didn't even know he really was on Instagram. I've never really looked for him on Instagram. And as you can see here, much like Melton, he doesn't have a following. He has 389 followers on Instagram, but he seems to be posting quite a bit. He posts quite a bit. Here's a photo of him drinking a glass of whiskey. This is a very successful 10th anniversary show last night. Thank you to Stonies and everyone who came out. Matt and Grinch were the real MVPs. And then all the comments are like shitty comments. But this is the video that I saw.
Let me tell you something, brother. There's no beer quite like the Hulkster's Real American Beer, Jack. And when you combine that with Stoney's Bar in Rockville, man, and the Steel Toe 10th anniversary party, it's going to be bigger and louder in here than when I lifted that 700-pound, good-for-nothing, stinking giant over my head and dropped him in front of 93,000 screaming Hulkamaniacs in the Pontiac Silverdome, dude. So what you going to do when Hulkamania, Real American Beer, and Steel Toe run wild on you?
Yeah, I'm not going to hang out with that guy. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing a show with that guy. I'm sorry. Listen, Aaron, that's not a good impression of Hulk Hogan, first and foremost. It's very bad. And two, it's very cringe. But that's his idea of funny and entertainment. And I don't think I can click with that. I think we think when we think funny, we have two different versions. I think funny, and you think that's funny. And I think that's bad. Poolcan Scam says Toe's got a 0 going on, just a restraining order cases. That impression is better than Chad's impression. What? What are you talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, first to the show, haven't seen him before, but shout out to Gary Player. He just gifted 5 memberships. Woo! Thank you, Gary Player. We are well on our way to the march to 1,400. That'll be a career high for the Sit Down Zumock YouTube channel. Gary Player. Thank you for joining. Thanks for subscribing. We do love it. We love it. So far, Gary Player is in the lead for the Zumock Mania shirt. Anastasia Beaverhausen, $5. Thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. Scrimp must be your date for the toe challenge. Show her a real man for a change. Kind of like what Mr. T said to Adrian on the steps to Rocky. I'll show her what a real man is. You want her, you can't have her. How would that day go? Hey, April, what's up? It's the Mud Shark. You remember me? I'm the one who ran you off the internet. I'm the one who ran you off Steel Toe Show. I was thinking, baby. I was thinking we could do a little coke and head over to the Steel Toe event. Are you in?
I am Nick and I'm Nick's girl now. I suck Nick's dick, not my shark's dick. I suck Nick's dick because Nick gives me the cocaine all the time, and we do it in the master bedroom with my credit cards. And Nick lets me hunt on his property with the bow and arrow. I get to shoot deer at the bow and arrow on Nick's property, so I gotta bring Nick.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I'm not into swinging, baby. It's not my bag, whore. Keep your cocaine. Keep Nick's dick in your bow and arrow. I'm going alone. I'm rolling solo, bitch. 'Cause I'm the Mud Shark. Funny. If you're just tuning into the show, I have a migraine. I said it out of the top of the show. It's not as bad as it was before I started the show. I almost canceled the show. I almost said no to the show. Like I said no to the toe. Because my headache is killing me. But I'm a fucking man. I'm a man. Pulcan's Ham says, caller shark. The toe will implode. All right. We're going over Instagrams today. As you know, Rob Stahl, let's remind everyone, Rob Stahl has never been able to get anything going. He grew up listening to the radio. He loves radio. He wanted to be a radio guy, but he's always had to have a real job. And he never could get into radio. He pretends like he was in radio. He said he was on CBS radio, but I know those radios guys. It was like Steel Toe pretending he was on the radio. He was selling ads to be on the radio. It was pay to play. So I could be on the radio tomorrow, part-time somewhere. I could. It's not that hard. I still have my air checks. I don't have the radio agent, but I could get a job in a small market somewhere. I could be doing rejoins and I'd be hitting the post on. So I could do that. It's not that hard. It pays shit. And like I said earlier, no one, and I mean no one, is listening to the radio. But Rob's always wanted to be on the radio, and he's always trying to be something. He's always trying to get something going, and he always thought he was a star. And again, you go to these guys' social media, they have no followers. And I saw Rob Stahl has an Instagram. And I was like, let's check out Rob Stahl's Instagram. Because I was curious about Rob Stahl's Instagram. And what did I notice right out of the gate? Rob Stahl's another one of these guys that has to buy verification. As you know, I was verified for free on my Twitter and on, they took away the Twitter one, but I was verified in 2011 through iHeartMedia. And then my Instagram got verified. But Rob Stahl had to buy his verification. And he has, let me pull it up. I'm trying to find it right now. That's how bad Rob Stahl is. You can't even find something I pulled up of Rob. That's how, like, no one watches him. Here it is. Let me shrink myself down. So here's Rob's Instagram. He has 634 followers, and he follows 373. So there's no interest on Rob Stahl. Here's a photo of his dog. He's got he has 8 likes. 8 likes. 8 people liked this post. Last year, my best friend had him through my marriage and divorce, my dad's death, moving from place to place, finally getting my house back in a settlement. So he's giving a love letter to his dog. Nothing creepy about that. Of course, he has to have those like little women dogs, like the Paris Hilton dogs, not a man dog, like a German Shepherd or a golden retriever. He has to have like a poodle. This is Rob Stahl, everybody. Staring into his dog's eyes like a creep. After a long night at work, there's nothing like spending time with my dogs. Jake definitely missed me. So he doesn't come home to a woman. He comes home to dogs. And I'm being honest with you right now, and you can clip it. There's no, I swear to God, there's no doubt in my mind that he's tried to have sex with a dog. There's zero doubt in my mind that he's tried to do some creepy things with a dog. Like, he's the type of guy who would put peanut butter on his dick and have the dog lick it. That's who he strikes me as, is a guy who would do that, the way he's so creepy with these dogs. And that's the guy who John has as a co-host now. And there's a reason why Rob's never caught on, and he never will, even though he's desperately, and I do mean desperately, trying to get monetized. And he might, but he's not going to get any super chats. But he's definitely a creep when it comes to these dogs. He's done creepy things with animals. Now, I don't have facts to back that up. I can't say breaking news. You know, TM Zumock got a scoop. It's just a hunch. I have no facts, a hunch. That's just my hunch, my assessment, me reading the room, me eyeing somebody up and down and making a judgment call. Mr. Farty says, be careful, he'll report you to the FBI. Oh, I hope so. Is he another one like John who takes everyone to court? Let's go. I thought John, where's Kate Meany? I thought she was going to court. The only thing I'm missing about DabbleCon is I want to hear those tapes. I think that I would love to hear those tapes and what he said to Kate Meany, because after all, he says he wasn't trying to fuck her, which he was. In the beginning, I was. I thought she was into me. She seemed like it. We had phone sex. I was like, yeah, let's do it. But then she came off crazy. Well, she didn't come off crazy. She is crazy. But yeah, I would like to hear those tapes. Gary Player says, I thought Kate was known as the anal girl with her stories was a misstep. Rob is the guy who fucks dogs because of his own stories. John's trash political show is on. It sucks so bad. Oh, it's on right now? He's doing his political show. Let me check out the... Oh, wow, guys, it's heating up. My poll says, should Z-Man do Steel Toes a live event in October? It's at 43% yes, 41% no. So that's where we are with the poll. Make sure you go and vote. It's free. And vote in November, too. Get this election over with already. Jesus Christ. Do we really need to wait till November? Everybody knows who they're going to vote for right now. No one's going to get swayed. If you're a Trump fan, you're not going to one day go, you know what? I kind of like Kamala. I think I'm going to vote Kamala. And if you're a Kamala, you're not going to be like, oh, you know what? Trump's really turned me around. Just get the election over with. Quit fucking dragging people through the mud. That's what I do, because I'm the mud shark. Oh, God. It's on. Let's check in real quick. Hold on. There's only 170 people watching John's show. He has the Army Major on and some other left-wing lunatic. So don't waste your time over at John. I'm the guy. I'm the ruler, if you will, of the 10 to 2 o'clock time slot. I lost my fucking... Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got a little mix-up, everyone. Hey, it's One Furious F, who was a $100 sponsor last month. He's still on the $10 tier. Thank you for your continued pledge on Patreon, One Furious F. We do appreciate it. Chad, do you think Rob is banned from dog parks? I don't know about that. I don't know if that's, obviously this past month is the first time I've ever even paid attention to Rob Saul. I've always thought he was a tremendous no talent. But ever since he tried to become the heel of the Dabbleverse, and he does a very poor job doing it, I'm just finding things out about him. I found out he's unoriginal. His comebacks are from other people. He's not talented. He's not funny. And I do believe he has sex with dogs, or he's done sexual things with dogs. I do believe that. So contact your lawyer and the FBI because of my hunch, Rob. Can we? Let's do it. That's my personal belief. All right, here we go. Let's get into this one. This is from this morning. Apparently, this has been taken down off YouTube, and it's only on Rumble. This is from Aaron's show this morning. He was watching Kevin and I go over the possible scenario idea of me doing his show in October. Then Kevin saying we should do a podcast together, and I sat there and I listened, and then after the show, I was like, no. And then I got messages from unanimously everyone saying, absolutely not.
Life with 3 children, a job that I like, and lots of friends and family. And even just going through my recent divorce and all that, I got really sad a lot of the times. So I can't imagine being any of those people like that. I don't even think I could stay alive at that point. That's just pathetic.
That work out. He's already gone through wife number 2.
Melton's so lame. Like he's trying to start a fight with
but
Godfrey.
you did Cumias Cucks, and Cumia's over. Like Cumias Cucks is over. You won again. You put them out of business.
That's true.
I mean,
look at Chad. Chad's ready to get all fired up with Chad. I think it's adorable that Chad loves a good compliment every once in a while. Kevin's like, Cumia's done. It's all over. Like you won. And Chad's he's rambling. He's like, yeah, but well, that's true. Yeah. Like you can disarm Chad by just going, you won, Chad. Well, I know, but well, thank you. That's true.
Gino's a shell of himself. Chrissy Mayer, I mean, what the fuck is she? She does that Simcast that nobody watches. So you want to give her.
It is amazing. It popped up on my to watch thing one Sunday night. Like when I was looking for a Vikings video to watch on YouTube to go to bed. And Simpcast came up. And I remember when Simpcast used to do like 2,000 people at a time. And it was like, it had less viewers than we get at a time. Like we do.
I love this so much because Aaron was trying so desperately to get in the Chrissy Mary Anthony Cumia camp. And was going on her show. He was going on the Simcast. April was going on the Simcast. And now that Kiki totally did a 180 on him and flipped, so did Chrissy and Cumia. Now Steel Toe's like, no one's watching it. No one's watching it. Now that they don't like me, nobody's paying attention. It's just funny to me. I love it. I've stayed the same the whole time.
We do about 1,000 at our peak every morning. And she was at like 7 something. I'm like, damn, this show. I remember when this show used to do 3 times those numbers.
Cumias Cucks, and now you got to do another show.
No.
Conquer new territory.
No.
Ozone, Sam V is correct. Aaron, Sam V is correct. Aaron may be the worst person on the planet. You do not want to do a show with this guy, Chad.
How am I the worst? That's the other thing I don't get. Worst person on the planet.
Yeah.
I must be a fucking genius. I must be the troll whisperer. This gives me such an ego boost, these people.
How so?
Because like the worst person on the planet. That's a lofty title. Like that's how much of their brain I occupy, that they've got me put up there as the worst person on the planet. And I do a dumb money begging show every day. If my show was as bad to them as they claim it is, they would have no time for it.
Who's they?
But a guy like Ozone goes, he's the worst guy on the planet. Do you know how in your fucking head I have to be? That I'm
Steel Toe thinks he's in Ozone's head.
The worst guy on the planet to you? You know who one of the worst people on the planet is to me? Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin's wildly important. So I'm wildly important to you. And I appreciate
No, you're not.
That. And I think that's what frustrates you, is I understand how the game goes.
I'm with Ozone. I get it.
Oh, he said, don't get in bed with Steel Toe.
Yeah, I am with Ozone. Don't do business with the guy.
The worst guy in the world.
I mean, I watched this guy's life fall apart in front of my eyes, and I predicted all of it.
And look at
Watch
me
this.
rise from the ashes like a goddamn phoenix, baby. That's the other thing. Watched his life fall apart.
Yes.
I believe my life was falling apart when I was in the drug den with the polycule. That's my...
Aaron really thinks he rise from the ashes. He really thinks he's this new guy because he went to therapy once and he went to 2 Al-Anon meetings and he's fixed. You're still the same guy. You're still the same guy. Just because you're not doing coke and letting your wife fuck another man, you're still the same guy. Just because you made peace with your parents doesn't mean you're a great guy.
my life falling apart. I do have to correct the record on one thing. These guys, and that's okay. They don't live here, so they don't understand.
Tell us how we should think, Aaron. Aaron, let us know how we should think about you. Tell us what you think of you and tell us how we should think of you.
Getting out was the rising from the ashes. Like even April said in her text messages to me, she's like, oh, fine, whatever. You've won. Why does this have to be a problem? You've already won and blah, blah, blah.
I guarantee she's never said you won. I guarantee. I'll bet any kind of money April never said you won.
Like, fine, you win. And like, she's like, it was one of her long
another win for the toe.
Plans. And I'm like, I just responded to her. I was like,
you think April texted him another win for the toe?
Like, I won the minute I left that situation. Like that was the start of the uptick. Like you ask the fans of this show, they're like, once you got the fuck out of there, the shows got better.
Hey, I remember you saying right before, like, she was the love of your life. You shut down the show. You're the guy who let her fuck Nick. You're the one who agreed to the cocaine. I mean, you're the one who caused it. You caused all the problems. You're the one who brought her on the air. You're the one who told her she was great at broadcasting when she wasn't. You're the one who came after me. You did it all. You did it all.
They were more entertaining.
I hate looking at me.
Felt like the old days.
I'm starting to think how some of you guys feel, some of you dudes.
So I'm sorry to disagree with you, but my life falling apart, my life is being rebuilt, man. I got my family back. It's fucking sweet.
This is how we should all think. His life's being rebuilt and he's got his family back.
Sweet, dude. I don't have to go through this shit any of those guys are going through, which is nice.
Did not predict it all. Let's be honest.
Uh-oh, here comes Johnny Crutches, the Muppet.
Didn't predict the polycool and the coke stuff. You predicted the marriage not working. You also
I did say I think the guy's on cocaine. I said April, I think she's on cocaine. I said I think April's on cocaine before it was admitted she was on cocaine. I did say that. So I kind of predicted it.
Predicted you were going to bang April in 2024 or 2023?
No, I didn't.
2023.
I never said I said I was going to fuck her, but I never said it was going to be in 2023 or 2024. Hey man, if I do the show in October, that could go down then. You don't know. I didn't put a timetable on it. It could be 5 years from now. So,
yeah, I was 23.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
I mean, let's
24.
let's,
you had a better chance.
Yeah, I gotta say, let's not celebrate all of your wins without remembering you've had some misses too, sir.
Another win for the Shark. It's like I'm interested in doing this stand-up show just for the goof. I'm getting messages too not to do it.
From who?
Everybody's messaging me like, "Don't do it.
Don't do it, Chad. Don't
listen,
do it."
Everybody hates. Don't do it,
too,
man. I know Melton's a fucking.
I'm sorry, but they don't.
They do.
Where you guys need to get out of your own little world.
We're not. I'm watching it. I see it every day. Like I got so many messages from people. Don't do a show with him. So I'm not joking. Probably close to 20 messages on Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, text message, Patreon DM. Don't do a show. I mean, that's just the reality of what I'm being honest. I'm not joking. I'm not lying. I'm just telling you what I heard.
In your guys' little world, yes, but you live in a toxic world. Toxic people do not like me. That's true. But people who just like to chill and have fun and have something to listen to.
Toxic people don't like me. Oh, you mean the 150 or so at Stoney's chatting the N-word and calling chanting the N-word? Oh my God. Hey, it's Nancram. Where have you been, dude? How about a hand for Nancram? He's back. I like when old school people come back. Welcome. John has an announcement to make after the political part of his show. Probably nothing. Or he has a new hemorrhoid. Yeah, the thing that John does that stuff, he just wants people to stay tuned. He just wants you to tune in with those dumb teases. He doesn't have anything to say. There's no announcement. There's no announcement. It's the same old shit. This is what John does all day. He wakes up with a hangover. Probably not anymore since he drinks all the time. And I haven't been drinking, so you can't say I'm. He wakes up with a hangover. Fumbles through Reddit, Twitter. Sets up his YouTube show. Goes to the store, buys beer. Comes on at 2. Sends Rob Saul the link. He bitches about the shitware, Barbara, Pinky. Can't stomach the Zumock. He was on the phone with his lawyer, the FBI. Wait for it. And then he gets off the show, uploads it, and then he gets drunk. And maybe watches the Yankees game. So there's no announcement. There's no announcement. If John had any kind of balls, he would go to DabbleCon. If they were doing an event just specifically about me, you're damn right I would go to it. He should show up in a disguise because all those nerds are going to be wearing masks anyway. I would go and watch Carl try to make fun of me to me. But he's not going to. He's all talk. Teddy. Aaron said he narked on his wife in the Recadas. Grifter. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not a conspiracy. I'm not going to go Sam Tripoli tinfoil hat. That's another story we'll get into. But what are the chances and the odds of Aaron coming on MLC that day with our first face-to-face, our first interaction? People were tuning in just for that alone. And then this arrest goes down. I mean, come on. Come on. I don't have to be Columbo to figure that one out. Or Christopher Columbo. It's the pest. Aaron headbutts women. It's on paper if it's true. F the toe! So he says he's not hated. Says he's not hated.
While they're at work, they really do enjoy the program. So, like, the fact that I'm not loved by that world, I'm sorry. And again, I know you guys are going to hate this. I could not wear a bigger feather in my cap than you people think I'm.
Nobody tried harder to get into the Dabbleverse than Aaron Imholte. There's not a person who tried harder to be a part of this world than him. Literally went out of his way to start a beef with me. Never met the guy, never heard of him. He just saw Carl and Cumia and Chrissy coming after me, so he's like, I want to pile on too. And then he was piling on John, Stuttering John. He was going to DabbleCon. You know, he was hosting Compound Media shows. He was going on Gino's show. He was going on Kiki's show. Or not Kiki. Yeah, he went on Kiki's show. Well, they were going on his show. Nobody wanted to be a part of it more. So don't act like you're better than everyone. You're not. You're not even close. Bad. And clown, but people hate Steel Toe too.
All right.
I mean, the guy's still under criminal investigation with.
I'm not under criminal investigation. I'm going to Tuesday. That all gets cleared up. Tuesday, I go and I say that I was I was a bad boy. I won't do it again.
So you don't think when this happens, this little trial comes to the court, no one's gonna bring up your name. You're gonna be like, they're gonna be like, oh, he had nothing to do with the drugs and the cocaine. I mean, keep telling yourself. There's a trial going on in Cleveland right now with like I said at the beginning of the show, with a entrepreneur, restaurant owner, business owner named Bobby George, who I had a acquaintance with. I knew him. He knows who I am, and I've done events. I've hosted stuff for him and frequent his establishments. I have friends with some of his employees. I used to date one of his employees. So I know that world very well. And now he's like being charged with kidnapping. What else was there? There's like 8 felonies, if I'm not mistaken. Kidnapping, assault, all kinds of stuff. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But there's going to be more names mentioned. Things are going to happen. Things are going to come out. And I have the same feeling about the Rekieta situation. There's a reason why this Nick Rekieta is biting his tongue when Aaron's name gets mentioned. So I want to be so confident about you're in the clear after the 20th because you violated the restraining order of Ashley LaRue.
Again, and they're like, all right, we're cool.
Love until
That's
forever.
what we got coming up. There's no investigation.
Yet.
Brother. I don't know who you've been listening to. But somebody, Mel, is taking you. Yeah, that right. Someone, Mel, is taking you for a long ride. If Chad hangs an 8-ball over her head like a horse to sugar cubes, she'll fuck him. Oh, it is funny to watch the seething in the chat right now. I'm sorry you guys are wrong.
Comedy. Mark Norman
every time
comedy.
I set the record straight, you guys get a little more pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Cooley with $1.99. Oh, here we go. The coping has begun. No one is obsessed. You are lol cow. Dude. Sorry.
You paid money to tell us that.
You're my lol cow. No,
you remember when Aaron said I was his low cow? Which is the gayest term ever, low cow. I hate when people call people low. It's such a nerdy insult. It's just a fucking nerd insult. You're a low cow. Of course, I heard Rob Saul say it because he heard someone else say it.
Offense, but you're watching me. You're my bitch.
No one's your
I'm
bitch.
sorry.
No one's your bitch.
No one is obsessed. We're just in your chat constantly typing how we hate you. And since you won't read those anymore, I'm now going to pay you $2 to say
Johnny Crutches sounds like a Muppet, like a Jim Henson production. I'm not joking. Tukey, if you're watching, Tukey, you need to do a show with Johnny Crutches. 2 puppets, baby. I'm telling you, man. Jim Henson presents Tukey and Johnny Crutches. Listen to this guy.
no one is obsessed. Right.
I'm sorry, buddy. It doesn't check out.
I'm not calling him Johnny Crutches anymore. It's the Muppet.
But you know what?
If you wanted to
It's
send
the Muppet Show. They both look like Muppets.
that message, the best way to do it.
They look like the Muppets up in the balcony heckling, don't they? Remember those guys? That's what you guys look like. You guys look like Muppets in Minnesota. Fly me out there. I want to be there in October to meet Muppets. I want to meet the Muppets. It's the Muppet Show. Change Steel Toe Morning Show to the Muppet Show. Why not? The Steel Toe Morning Show wasn't your idea. It was already the name of the show. So just take the Muppet Show. Let's do it. Johnny Crutches and Steel Toe. I'm in. Let's go. I'm in. I want to be a part of it. Yes, I am stalling. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Get a membership. We got 5 gifted earlier. Oh, here they are. I'm looking for this. Here we go. Here's the Muppet credits. It's going to be worth the payoff. Trust me. You're going to want to see it. You're going to want to watch it. You're going to want to be a part of it. It's the Muppet. Here's the 2 guys I was talking about. Coming up.
No wonder this sounds bad. We're playing a time.
I remember that dog. Here we go. Here we go. The Muppet Show. Here comes the balcony guys. Please. Let's get to the balcony guys. Let's go. Here we go.
What'd you think?
This is Steel Toe and Johnny Crutches.
Oh, a bit tricky.
We had fun. Spawn says Kevin and Bob. Yeah, didn't I say they were the Muppets before? Vlad the Dragon says, "Can we watch the Muppets for the rest of the show?" Chat. I agree. I'd rather watch the Muppets too. G Rob says the Muppet is a weirdo too. He'd probably be a swinger if he could. I like that he's always smoking weed. Smoke weed every day for his MS.
Smoke weed every day.
What happened to Joe? What happened to Fucking Stevie Lou, that guy's off the radar. Whoa, it's TMZ 128. Breaking news. Breaking news. Goliath grifter Joey C wrecks his car while streaming with a driver to DabbleCon 2. Details of the severity of the pileup to come. Is that true? Wow. I normally don't do Joey C news over here. We don't cover Joey C. We don't talk about Joey C, no matter how hard Joey C tries to get my attention. But it just seems that there's always happening to something. Something's always happening to Joey C before an event. Any event, something's happening to Joey C, and then it's always the crowd has to fund him out of the situation. Like, didn't he go to like DabbleCon or the fucking hack, the Melton Fest, and he like missed his plane or something, and like he had to like rent a car, and I don't know, something happened there, and now he got in a car wreck? Yeah, I'm not buying it. That guy's a total work, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard him earlier in the clip, and now he's here live in person. Ladies and gentlemen, Ozone just gifted.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
Oh! Thank you, Ozone, for gifting 10. Ozone, you were in the lead for the Zumock Mania shirt. Unless somebody beats 10 memberships or a bigger super chat than that. All you got to do is, my brother, this is all you have to do. Email me, chadzumock@gmail, or you can DM me what size shirt you want. You know what? You win one anyway. I might give out 2 shirts today. Just tell me what size you want, where it's going, and I'll mail it out. And people that won shirts last week, they were in the mail on Monday. You should be getting them tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. Thank you, Ozone. One Furious F is back, baby. Look at him. Look at this guy. Sorry, I burped. Is anyone surprised Steel Toe hasn't broken H15 neck trying to suck his own dick? Wait. Oh, trying to break his fucking neck? Trying to I can't read this. His 15 fucking neck trying to suck his own dick. I have a joke about sucking your own dick. It's great. I'm surprised. Why not? And who knows what happened to that fucking hot tub when people were just feeling around, you know? Crazy things could happen. Gay things. Look at this. T-Gun. Nice lady just gave me a super sticker, and I'm going to put that on my refrigerator next to my Ray DeVito magnets that Flat Cat sent me. Flat Cat sent me a DM. She's like, I want to mail you something. I'm like, no. People mail me shit anyway. Tommy McNulty says, Chad, what if we want to send you a t-shirt? Well, I get stuff all the time. Somebody sent me a box of Cliff Bars. They sent me a case of handicap hot fries. One Furious F says he was saying YouTube censorship shucks. Oh, so you tried to say some F words or something and you got censored. Flat Cat says hold on. Flat Cat says Chad told me to fuck off, so I did. I never told you to fuck off, liar. I just didn't respond. I've never told you to fuck off. That's a fucking lie. Oh, great. Because all the F words, my monetization is going to be limited. Thanks for bringing out the swear words. Buff says Joey's rental not such a good deal now. I know Furious, but numbers and letters. Mudshark has enough problems in letters, Maury. That's true. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to lie about that. So let's get back to this. This is from what channel's this from? This is from Will Herron, everybody. TV's Will Herron. I didn't see this clip, so we'll just watch a little bit of it. It's titled Kayla Wanted Aaron to Get Piercings. Imholte believes everyone should and is taking a guilty plea.
Sam Show said, you said last time you shaved it off because Kayla said you should. No, opposite. Kayla
Shave
wanted
it
me to grow
off.
Then she wanted me to get piercings. She didn't want me to. She didn't say she wanted me to get piercings. She said, how do you feel about piercings? I said, no. No.
She wanted you to get piercings.
Yeah.
She wanted to turn you into her little Evo boy. Oh, that's adorable.
No, she wanted to turn me into Nick.
What is it with these people in Minnesota? They're always getting tatted up and piercings. I mean, how bored are you? Listen, I have nothing against tattoos and piercings. Personally, I don't have one or any of them or a piercing. Just not my bag. But in Minnesota, it just seems like everyone's getting tatted up and fucking piercings. Talk about boredom. I mean, you got to be really bored to live in Minnesota because, I mean, look what happened. April, they start doing cocaine, and next thing you know, they're doing piercings and swapping wives. Get a hobby. Buy a model train. Do something. Crochet. So, I got hobbies. I told you I play pool once a week with my buddy Ryan at the press box. I bought a brand new desk. I still have to assemble. I already assembled the fucking dresser. Now I got to assemble the desk. Things are coming together for the Z-Man. I don't get it. But yeah.
Does Nick have piercings?
He pierced his ears, I think, for her once.
What a queer.
When they were first going out. Like it was very transparent, like the growing out the thing right here, and then will you get piercings? It's like those two didn't love each other anymore. Like they were, and so she wanted to go back to like the beginning,
swinging,
when he pretended to be gay, to hang around with her, and like, yeah, it was weird. Like you look back on it, it's really weird. It's kind of it's weird, but it's sad. You know what I mean?
It's the money plane.
It's the money.
You guys remember when he said he was going to talk about them anymore?
Plane. Yeah, on the money plane. I'm playing Kayla's game. My shitty beard was so insane.
How shitty is his camera?
Fox 9 is now covering Josh Moon from Kiwi Farms in his quest for cameras in the courtroom for Nick Rekieta's case. Now, I believe the omnibus hearing.
That would be huge, by the way, if there's cameras in the courtroom for this.
Hearing is on August 21st. I'm making a call right now for that.
So let me get this straight. Aaron's court case for violating the restraining order is on August 20th, and Nick Rekieta's case is the 21st. That's next week, people. That's next week. So we got shows coming. We got content coming, baby. That's Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Tune in. I don't broadcast on Tuesdays, especially after yesterday when everyone went live at the same time. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
That omnibus hearing.
Who are you calling?
My call is this.
Uh-oh, here we go.
If it's possible, if they ask for a plea at this omnibus hearing.
What's wrong with their microphones?
I think we're getting guilty pleas.
Steel Toe's calling a guilty plea. This is his prediction. Don't ever forget it in case he tries to change it.
Out of who?
Both parties. I think Nick and Kayla are going to plead guilty, and then the following week, April will plead guilty on the 28th. Or whatever.
Why?
Her number is. I think we're getting it.
Why?
You really want guilty pleas?
I didn't say I want. I think that's what we're
He does.
getting.
He wants guilty pleas.
Because it makes
I want guilty pleas.
too much sense. It makes too much sense.
Everyone wants guilty pleas.
It's because a guilty plea will keep you out of prison. They're not going to put anybody in prison for pleading guilty to the shit.
They're not going to prison anyway.
They're charged with, it's second-degree felony charges, sure. But you're not going to...
What's with Johnny Crutches' microphone? Look at this.
Go to... Minnesota is not going to send you to prison for pleading guilty to this. If you go to trial, you will get, in my opinion, at least 2 years.
In your
I know the
opinion.
max is 25, but for a first-time offender, 2 out in 1 or out in 18 months or whatever.
I get all legal advice from Aaron Imholte, all of it. Doodle says probation. Yeah, they're going to get probation. That's exactly what's going to happen. Totally probation. That's what's happening. Michaela says, I hate his voice. We all do, sweetie. We all do. That's why we hate watch. Slam free poetry is the second toe next to the big toe, just a cuck toe. Whoa! G-Rup says, Spawn, I can't imagine pain and pierced nipples. Jesus Christ. What are you, Tommy Lee? What are you, Machine Gun Kelly?
But if you plead guilty now,
They just had MGK Fest in Cleveland over the weekend. How gay is that? They shut down downtown Cleveland for Machine Gun Kelly Fest.
now you'll get all the rehab. I mean, yeah, the government will be crawling up your ass. You'll get probation forever and ever. You'll get a suspended sentence. But you just got to stay off the blow and pass all. They'll probably make you take hair tests and all that shit.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He has no idea what he's talking about. And I'm not even a legal guy, even though I've been through court systems. But he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Sly Shepherd says he just got sober, MGK. Oh, he's sober now? I know Machine Gun Kelly. I have his phone number. I don't know if he's changed it. But he used to come on my old radio show in Cleveland when he was coming up. And he would come to our tailgates. Is that a flex? Am I name dropping? I know MGK. He was a nice enough guy when I knew him. I don't know him now. Now that he got famous and he's who's he banging? What's the hot actress's name? Whoever, he's doing it. Love Chowder says Aaron thinks he's smart enough to lie to 1,000 people and not get caught. He does think he's the smartest guy in the room. P. Morton says Drew Carey should be sued that song and theme song about Cleveland rocking. Cleveland. Well, they have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there. That's why they had it. Doodle says MGK's a bit of a Piazza. I agree. For Shizzle says it's Megan Fox. You're right. I agree with both. Ari James says I'm ashamed of the primal parts in me that feel simulated by this. Anyone else? That can't be the real Ari Jane. She doesn't talk like that. As far as I know, Ari Jane is a virgin, even though she has a child. But I think it was like the Jesus situation in Mary. She was just pregnant one day. Why not? All right. Hype train, why not? Let's go. Let's go. You didn't see it coming, did you? You never see the hype train coming, bitches. Next thing you know, you're on a hype train. All aboard. Give me your tickets. Let's be about it. If you're going to be about it, be about it. It's a hype train. You want on the hype train, you know what to do. We're doing it. We are doing it. Let's bring on some dancers. Let's bring on. Where are they at? Let's bring on some cops. Let's bring on cops dancing. Shout out to the police department. Let's go. Come on, cops. Yeah. St. Cloud PD, the ones that arrested Nick Ricada are here. Yeah. It's a 5-0 hype train. LA 15-7, Mary 4. We're doing it. We're doing it. Doing it. Hype train. Yeah! It's a 5-0 hype train, everybody! They said it couldn't be done. We're doing it. Let's go, law enforcement. Fund the police. Fund the police. Let's go. Yeah. Hype train. Let's go. Let's fund the cops. Woo! We're doing it. G-Rob's on the cop train. G-Rob's on the cop train. Yeah, baby. Spawn's on the hype train. We're on the 5-0 train. We're on the fuzz train, if you will. LA 15-7 Mary 4 in hot pursuit of some cop dancers. Let's go. Let's go. Say no to drugs, Nick. It's a hype train. Noodles on the hype train. Back the blue. Let's back the blue. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go, cops. These brave men and women put their lives on the line each and every night. Let them have some fun. Let them unwind. Let's go. Back the blue. 5-0 ipping this motherfucker. Yeah. Woo. We're doing it. How about that? Anybody see that one coming? No. One of my favorite things, those cops aren't very good dancers. Have some respect for the boys in blue, G-Rob, and the ladies. The lights. The lights. Anyways. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Doodle. Yeah, back the boys in blue. Shout out to all the police officers. Despite any kind of trouble I've gotten in over the years, I've always respected the police, always been good with the police. One of my best friends is a cop. I'm cool with the Tampa PD. They're great. You love Lost and Shipped It, Maury. Yes, I do. Would you like to send me Lost and Shipped It? Because I'm accepting. Somebody actually sent me Lost and Shipped It last year. It was Gary Coe, who's on my Patreon, sent me Lost and Shipped It. And he sent it from Ohio, refrigerated with ice packets. It was great. Thank you for doing that. Galactic Wrestling Federation says Sting, Andy Summers, and the other guy. Oh, you're talking about one of the best drummers of all time, Copeland, Stuart Copeland. True story. When I first started doing stand-up comedy, I ran a room in Beverly Hills with my friend Christina Walkinshaw, Canadian comic, and we worked at a rib joint called RJ's in Beverly Hills. And I went to this place called the Backstage Cafe and asked if we could do a booked comedy show every Sunday. We called it Sunday Night Mass, and it was a full success. I caught on. Just to give you an idea of some of the names that came through. Oh, long story. The reason why I bring that up is Ian Copeland, the brother of Stuart Copeland, owned it. And then when Ian Copeland died, and I believe it was 2006 or 7, I don't know. When did Ian Copeland die? This story is more for me. No, it's actually for you. In case you guys played Chad Zumock trivia later on. He died in 2006, May 23rd, 2006. So I was running that room in 2005, 2006. I think we let it go in 2007. The day he died, they had like a memorial service the day of our comedy show. And all these fucking celebrities came to the show. And Stuart Copeland was one of them. He watched me do stand-up comedy poorly. But I remember the night that night was special because I've been bugging Dane Cook. Dane Cook in 2006 was huge. Whether you think he's a douche now, whether you like him or not, he was big. It was MySpace, Dane. He was selling out. He was everywhere. And I'd see Dane all the time at the Hollywood Improv, Laugh Factory. And I went up to him, and I had met him before. I said, Dane, would you do our room in Beverly Hills? He's like, sure, when? And I go, where we do it on Sundays. How about this Sunday? I'm like, yeah. And he showed up. Dane Cook showed up. And I remember the lineup. It was Dane. Craig Robinson, big black Craig Robinson from The Office was there. He would do it every Sunday. It was before he was kind of known. Comedian named John Roy, I remember, was there every Sunday. Nick Thune showed up. He was kind of an unknown. And here's a great story. So anyways, it was a huge night, and Dane fucking murdered, and everyone there was in mourning of Ian Copeland. Loved the comedy show. But here's a great story. I reconnected with Chris D'Elia in 2000. I want to say 2015, because I was the house MC at the Hard Rock Roxino in Northfield Park. So they had a comedy room, a comedy zone there. I was the house MC, so I was there every fucking weekend. And Chris D'Elia was rolling through, and I had not seen Chris since I lived in LA. I hadn't spoken to him like in 10 years. And he showed up. He's like, holy shit, dude. And we started reconnecting. And then that's when Chris and I kind of reconnected, and he gave me all these theater dates with him. But I remember we're sitting in the green room, and he goes, you know what, dude? He goes, I got to be honest with you. I goes, I was pissed at you for the longest time. I go, why? He's like, because I messaged you on MySpace to do your room, and you never got back to me. And I'm like, are you serious? He is like, the one in Beverly Hills. It was like the hottest room. I wanted to do it, and you never got back to me. I was like, are you serious? I was like, I never got your message, dude. But it's funny how comics can hold on to that. And Chris was like ridiculously successful at the time. He was selling out clubs everywhere, and he was still mad about that dumb room. Anyways, I thought the story was good. You probably didn't like it. I know people hate Chris D'Elia. I like him. I'm not a guy who turns his back on people just because some crazy shit came out. Look, the fact of the matter is, say whatever you want. He messaged a girl. She says she was 17. He said, way too young. And then when she turned 18, he messaged her. I mean, that's a guy covering his ass. Good for you. Good for you. And the guys that judge Chris D'Elia, you're the Anthony Cumia fans. Yeah, you remember Anthony Cumia took a fucking 17-year-old to prom, and they got caught following all these young girls. But you guys go after Chris D'Elia. Speaking of Anthony Cumia, boy, there is no buzz on his show right now. He's now putting shows of him singing karaoke up on his page. I'm not lying. Anthony Cumia is putting video of him singing karaoke on stage. Oh, by the way, he's back to drinking again after his quadruple bypass where he almost died because of drinking. He's back. He's back. Let's hear him talk about it.
Most people have said Chief Brody from Jaws. That's the thing I get the most. I go like this. It's like,
he does look like Chief Brody from Jaws. I'll give him that.
yeah, the Chief from there he is. See, so most people saying,
is that Garrett and Steve in the booth
from Jaws? Look going. Okay, I could see it. I could see it. Anthony
Spurgo in the free chat says Chad will be back to featuring for Chris D'Elia in no time. Hey, listen, if Chris D'Elia called me tomorrow to be his opener on his theater tour, I'm there. I'm there. Absolutely. So this is how you guys are so dumb. You're like Rob Saul. You're a 50-year-old opener. You guys are fucking idiots. I've headlined, but I don't have an ego like John where I won't open for one of my friends, especially who's a friend who sells out theaters like Swartzen, like Tosh, like D'Elia. Yeah, I'll do that. And I have to remind everyone, you guys remember when Kevin Brennan was opening for Louis C.K. in sold out theaters? Do you remember when Bob Levy and John were opening for Artie Lang in sold out theaters? So this whole like, he's an opener. You guys are fucking idiots. You're the dumbest people ever. I don't have an ego about it. I don't have to remind everyone I'm a headliner every 5 fucking seconds like John. I don't have to hold up my posters that I headlined the Laugh Factory. You know what? That's a poster of me headlining the fucking Comedy Zone in Charlotte. I've never told any. I told somebody I think last week when John was holding up his posters, nobody knew what that poster was or why that poster was there. I never said, that's me, I'm the headliner in Charlotte. No, I never did. So yeah, I'll feature for Crystalia any day of the week. Send out the bat signal.
Do you still drink alcohol? Yeah. Yeah. Not nearly as much as I used to. Not nearly as much as I used to.
What do you mean, like every fucking day? Because that's what you used to, was every fucking day you drank. Every single afternoon and night. So what are you doing every other night?
Now, during the week, I don't drink. And on the weekends, I'll have some wine. I'll just, if I go out to a bar for dinner, I'll have some wine, things like that. Maybe there's a great place down in Greenville that it's called the Trap Door.
Free plug, everybody.
And it's got
there's going to be a line outside the door now that he's plugged it on Compound Uncensored.
It's got transgender people. I'm kidding. The Trap Door, get it?
Oof. Oof.
It's a Trappist monk beer place. So you'll get the Belgian beer, Chimay and
Chamel,
or Duvel, however you fucking pronounce it. But yeah, so I'll drink a couple of those if we go down there for dinner, or a couple of beers or something like that. But
is Missy picking up the tab?
The lengths I was going to during the week, which I firmly plant the blame on Gino Bisconti. Firmly plant the blame.
Gino almost killed him.
On Gino Bisconti. Everything. I blame him for everything. The shots I was doing before the show even started.
Shots. Everybody!
It was out of fucking control. I would go to Sullivan's, the bar across the street from the studio in Manhattan on 35th Street. Nice restaurant. I'd get there maybe 2 hours before the show and have my lunch, sit there at a back table by myself. And
we know. That's all you ever talked about, is how you went to Sullivan's before the show to do show prep. We know. We all know. Anybody that paid attention to Compound or anything or Gino, that's what you would do every day. You don't have to explain it for the new audience at Compound. It's your subscribers. We know, because he goes on for another 10 minutes explaining what he would do and how listeners would come over and they'd buy him shots and Gino would come over. Wow. Hey, it's John Carson. I met this guy in real life. Do you know John Carson is a black belt in karate? At the end of the day, the only thing butthurt was Rob Saul's dog. Yes. If you're just tuning in, I said, I personally believe, I think, and I have no evidence of this. This is just a hunch, a feeling, if you will, that Rob Saul has done sexual things with animals. I really do believe he's at one point tried to fuck a dog or put like peanut butter on his genitals and had the dog lick it off. Something weird and creepy. And judging by that Instagram post where he's looking in his dog's eyes saying there's nothing better coming home to my dog. I mean, it's just real creepy. The guy's a fucking creep. But I guess John's going to have him on his show all the time. And I stand by that. Hey, everyone. Speaking of an owner of the Zumock Mania shirt, Detroit by Dark. Thank you very much. I'll be in Detroit next month, Detroit by Dark. I will be in Detroit. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you when I'll be in Detroit. I'll be in Michigan. Opening up the Nick Swartzen Toilet Head Tour. And he's been on the podcast tour promoting it. I'm very honored to be asked to open up his tour on a theater tour. It's going to be great. I'll be at the Fillmore Theater September 12th. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I will be at GLC Live Monroe in Grand Rapids on the 14th. And we're doing another Michigan date. I think Petoskey, Michigan, the home of Trevor Huffman, Kent State's all-time leading scorer. So hopefully you can make it out. Detroit by Dark. Liam, a.k.a. Michael Morbidly obese is on the hype train. Yeah, Liam. I mean, you got to give it to Liam though. He makes Ray's show somewhat tolerable. Ari Jane says, I'm there on the 14th. Oh, yeah. Ari Jane lives in Detroit. Maybe I'll start dating Ari Jane. Let's date. Pro Drizzle says, I love Petoskey. Used to camp up there. Yes. My buddy Trevor Huffman, my roommate from college, they have a summer home up on Petoskey, Michigan. And we went up there one year. And it's supposed to be like one of the most beautiful lakes in the world, according to National Geographic. If I'm not mistaken, it's like one of the top 10 most beautiful lakes in the world, according to National Geographic. Ari Jane says, I'm going to the Grand Rapids one. Chad, I can never do that to you. Oh, dating? Oh, fuck. I just want to stick it to Ray. I just love Ray to fucking go crazy. It would be a spite date. How's her credit? I have great credit. Credit's immaculate. That's one thing I can offer a lady. Awesome credit. Tommy, does Chad have a big enough platform, fellow, attract you as a lover? I got too many women in my life. I got Mazzy. I got April. I got bitches everywhere.
You know me? I'm not dating Nick. I'm not dating my shark. You're a fucking dick. I don't date the my shark because I date Nick. Nick has sex with me and I do cocaine with me and I shoot the bow and arrow on his land. You're a fucking ass.
All right. Whoa, calm the fuck down, dog. Grand Rapids. Isn't Grand Rapids where that's Flint, where the water's fucking contaminated? Ari Jane says ladies should keep good credit for themselves. It's important. See, that's why Ari Jane's in the chat. She's like here to be a role model. She gives advice. She tells people what to do, giving good advice. That's why my chat is helpful. You learn in the chat. You get good advice. Ari Jane says, I don't live in Grand Rapids. I was born there. Who's born in Grand Rapids? I guess you. I was born in Bedford City Hospital. Yes, the same hospital as Halle Berry, whose birthday is today, by the way, I think. If I'm not mistaken, Halle Berry's birthday is today. She grew up in Bedford, Ohio, and that's the fucking hospital I was born in. I'm pretty sure Halle Berry watches the show. I'm just kidding. Yes, today's Halle Berry's birthday. Wow. Shout out to Halle Berry, everybody. She still looks fucking hot. And she's fucking 58 years old. Holy shit. Good for you, Halle. If I ever meet her, I'm going to tell her we were born in the same hospital, and then sparks will fly. Mark my words, Steel Toe. I will date Halle Berry. Now everyone's telling me, now everyone in the chat's telling where they're born. I was born in Wilmington, North Carolina, but mom's relocated to Detroit when I was a baby. For sizzle. Wasn't Michael Jordan born? Wasn't Michael Jordan borning? You know, he used to say borning Maxwell. This guy, borning. He would say borning all the time. He's trying to get that to catch on. And of course, we know his legendary saying, "Oh, who could forget?" And punt. And punt. Shout out to Maxwell, who's no longer in radio. I believe he's in the drug recovery program where he's a counselor, where I understand he got former Cleveland comedian Joe Howard sober. Butt plug Joe Howard, who desperately tries to troll me and fails on all accounts, even though I'm responsible for 70% of every stand-up gig he's ever gotten. Paid gig. But he's a douchebag who just uses people, and whoever he has a problem with at the time, he'll team up with. It doesn't matter who you are. He doesn't stand for a thing. But shout out to Maxwell. G-Rob says, Michael Jordan and I share a birthday, not the year, though. I would hope not. So Michael Jordan in his 60s? Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm going to be 60 one day. Michael Jordan, when's his birthday? Now I'm just fucking around. I'm at 2 hours. I'm just fucking around. Michael Jordan is 61 years old. He's worth $3.2 billion. You should date him, Ari. He was born in Cumberland Hospital. Where's Cumberland Hospital located? Oh, in Brooklyn, New York. He was born in Brooklyn, New York. And happy birthday, G-Rob. February 17th, a few days after Valentine's Day. We could celebrate G-Rob in February. I'll do a show on your birthday, and we'll super chat you. Shout out to St. Cloud Courts. Yeah, next week's going to be a busy one. We got the Aaron Imholte restraining order case, and then we got the Nick Rekieta case. Tarnished Maiden says, still blows my mind Michael Jordan's son dates Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Yeah, that's fucking creepy and weird, and I understand why Scottie Pippen is mad at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan should step in like, dude, that's my fucking teammate's ex-wife. Your last name's Jordan. You can find pussy somewhere. You don't have to date my teammate's ex-wife. That's where he failed. By the way, Marcus Jordan lives in Orlando. He has a shoe shop in Orlando. I actually drove past it. I almost had Marcus Jordan on my show. I'm not joking. During The Last Dance, I reached out to him on Instagram, and he said, yeah, I'll do your show. And he never got back to me. So I guess I didn't almost have him. But I did reach out to him. Shout out to Marcus Jordan. I know he watches the show. Hey, let's check in with E-Rock, everybody. As you know, E-Rock doesn't get viewers or subscribers, but he recently was in San Diego. And check this out. I'm not joking. Look, I don't know what he was doing in San Diego. He had two guys on that I've never heard of. He did a 2-hour podcast of It's Eric Nagel, and it has over 2,000 views. I'm not lying. Over 2,000 views. As you know, he gets 71 views, 61 views. He gets really, really bad. I mean, Jake Hudson gets more views than fucking Eric Nagel. So he had these guys on, this guy, Jordan and Hollywood agent Rob Shark, to discuss travel. Like, I've never heard of these fucking guys. But look how fat E-Rock's gotten, guys.
E-Rock has come back to San Diego.
It's Eric Nagel, everybody.
It's Eric Nagel.
Yeah, this doesn't add up. This doesn't add up. 2,000 views. This was August 12th, and he has 18 likes. That doesn't add up. That's some weird fudging going on.
Rock Hotel. Correct. Right in the Gaslamp District. Let's get the show stuff out of the way.
Hold on.
Very.
Sorry.
Comic-Cons, I've been to those kinds of things. This was definitely different. I did show up a little bit later.
How did this get 2,000 views?
Kind of get us in and watch. It is very interesting,
right,
to see how everyone interacts.
How did that show get 2,000 views? What am I missing out on? That's cringe for opening. Yeah, that's a radio guy open. Most radio guys are cringe. Doodle says another views buyer. He 100% bought views. Let's check out the poll before we get out of here. I put up a poll. Said, should the Z-Man do Steel Toe's live show in October? As you know, I floated it out there. I didn't give it a hard no. I did give the idea of doing a show with Steel Toe once a week, covering Patrick Melton, a hard no, or just a show with Steel Toe in general, a hard no. Should the Z-Man do a Steel Toe's live show in October? 44% said yes. 40% said hell no. And 16% said Rob Saul's an amazing talent. And I'm pretty sure that 16% was Rob Saul and Stuttering John. So Maury says, nice poll. Oh, if you only knew. If you only knew. If you only knew. Before we get out of here, let's check in to see if Stuttering John has Rob on a show, because he said he was going to do a political show. He's still doing the political show, so we didn't miss out on anything. Thank you. Didn't even have to ask this time. Talk about a chick who's on it. because she's on it. You remember that Beastie Boys song? She's on it. Fuck, what did we learn, people? What did we learn, Ari? We learned Ari was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's a fact, Jack. I never knew that. I never knew it, but I know it now, and that's what it's all about. Learning. Let's go. What did we learn? 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 We didn't do a what did we learn yesterday. We learned that Stuttering John's political show is fucking horrible. What's up, Lone Wolf? Welcome to the chat. Let's do it. MSO, who says we couldn't hit the goal, and we did. I learned the hype train is not handicap accessible. Sorry, Johnny K. It's not. No cripples on my hype train. Get them out of here. They're deformed people. They're weirdos. No quad father allowed. We learned Rob Saul is starring in a remake of Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, where he's robbing a bank to get his partner a sex change. That's a fact, Jack. Mary J learned that there are members in this community that are warm and friendly. Yes. Ari Jane is back, baby, and she's amongst friends. Welcome her back. Roll out the red carpet. We love her. We love her. We learned Keanu saves $500 annually by not having to buy bras. Yeah, we learned that. We learned Rob Saul has a very strange Instagram and no followers. A verified account with no followers. Rob, you don't have to verify it. We know who you are, and we don't give a fuck. We learned that Chad has a migraine but still did a show. Yes. Yes. Rob has good dirt, Levy dirt. Chad and Brennan need to squash with him and Stuttering John. Nah, that's not happening. We're not doing that. He's not talented. We learned Rob Saul's post engagement type photos of him and his dog. Yes, I read that wrong. We learned that Rob comes home to the dogs. He really needs to come home to the dogs. I read that right? We're reminded that Tommy says some funky shit. Oh. We learn somebody is a little too friendly with their dog. They don't like you here, Rob. They don't like you. We learn Aaron is going to court on 8/20. That's happening. That is happening. Oh, what a great show today. Over 2 hours of nonstop action and fun. We made up for the hour show yesterday. This will be up on Patreon. Why don't you go sign up for as little as $3? Patreon.com/sitdownzumock. What are you waiting for? And become a $100 tier member. You could be a sponsor of the program like these knuckleheads. I gotta fix that high roller font. God damn it, Matt. I hate when I see mistakes. Fuck! God damn it.
Matt, you know better.
Yeah, I want to go out and meet Matt. If I fly out to Minnesota to do that show, I want to hang out with Matt. Wouldn't that be funny? I just hang out with Matt the whole time and I ignore Steel Toe. Maury says Venmo check. Good call. You never know, Maury. You might call it a troll. I call it a Venmo check. Ooh, I'm getting a DM from Felicia Gillespie. Oh, I'm glad you said that, Maury, because I got a $5 super chat from Sean. I'm sorry, a Venmo from Sean saying, great show today. And then I got one from M. $5 saying nothing. So thank you for the Venmos. We do appreciate it. All right, guys, that's one for the books. What episode was that? 123 of Cumias Cucks. Wait, hold on. We got one under the wire here from Johnny Carson. Ray's not the one you want to stick it to. AJ is. Oh. It's got to be consent. You can't stick a lady without consent. I've learned that the hard way. He said it was squashed. Make sure you tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the Ray DeVito show. Me and Dr. Chow, we break down all things Ray and explain how he's a idiot. So you're going to want to watch that. And we'll find out who the good egg of the week is. And then we'll also find out all the DeVito dick riders.
Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider!
So tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hit subscribe, hit your mom, and make sure, as always, hit April.
Don't hit me. No, I don't want to get it. I can't breathe. Don't hit me. I can't breathe. Nick, I need some cocaine. Nick, I need cocaine. Where's Nicky?
It's time for the Cucks. Time for Cumias Cucks. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Chrissy and Gino and the dork named Carl, kissing up to Anthony while they're washing his balls. Steel toe, I see some balls you can wash. What's wrong, April? I thought it was squashed. Squash, I thought it was squashed.
Squash, squash.